So, what should be a great time, they're always incredibly underwhelming. Halo Infinite has had one of the most rocky starts to a game I've seen in a very long time, and it seems like it was a game that just shouldn't have been released for another year or so. We're what, almost a year in? And we've gotten like next to nothing. I mean, looking at this roadmap doesn't show the features that are coming. It really just highlights the features that should have been there already. It shows very, very basic things that we're supposed to be celebrating and happy about. I mean, I'm seeing these game journalist websites come up with like, oh, huge update coming for Halo Infinite. Massive update. Everyone get hyped. Let's get hyped for Halo. I can't do it anymore. When I said I was done in my last video, I meant I was done playing the game. I was out because this is what we're looking forward to. These are the things that we're looking forward to. Now, some of these things might bring me back in for a little bit, but they're not going to hold my attention as much as it should because it still won't be complete. It still won't be a complete experience even after this. So let's just take a look at the fall/winter roadmap. So let's just put this in perspective. This is like 8 months worth of content right here that we're looking at. 8 months. And we're seeing Forge Beta is coming out between November and March. Between November and March. Let that sink in for a second. There's no hard date here. Between November and March is supposedly when these things are coming out. Now, please let me know if I'm wrong. If this is all coming out in November, I guess that's great. That's cool. But I mean, it took this long to get a Forge beta out when people have been glitching their way into getting Forge to work already. And I understand there's a lot of things in the back end they have to fix. They want to make sure it's stable, but like, come on, guys. Why didn't it launch with Forge? Pretty much every other Halo game launched with Forge if it was going to have Forge. A free 30-tier battle pass, that's cool, I guess. 2 new maps, 2 new maps, 2. So within 8 months, that's 10 months, 4 maps. That's it. That's not... You're trying to be a live service game here with a ton of microtransactions, and you're going to give us 4 maps. I don't understand why they don't just import a lot of the old maps from the previous games that people loved. Just bring those over. I know it's going to take some time, but you have the foundation there. Just rebuild. Don't try to do something new. We've been seeing you guys do new stuff. Just bring in the old stuff that we loved already, and people will be so happy. I guarantee it. You're going to bring people back if you bring back some of those classic levels. Campaign, network, co-op, and mission replay. I'm sure you've heard already, but split-screen co-op has been canceled. Why? This isn't just a big issue because this is the only way I wanted to play the game. This is a big issue because they straight up said that every Halo after Halo 5 was going to have split screen.
We've also had a lot of learnings along the way. You know, when we fell down with the multiplayer launch of MCC, or when we didn't put split screen in with Halo 5, I think it's incredibly painful for the community and for us. You know, I think it erodes trust with the community, as the community is part of our world building. A lot of learnings from that, and I would say for any FPS going out forward, we will always have split screen in going forward.
You're a liar! You're a liar!
Here we are, the next game. They already lied to us. They're not including split screen. Even though people are already glitching the game and playing split screen. People have been glitching the game into having split screen for a long time now. Now, is it perfect? No. But the fact that it's even able to be glitched into means that there's enough of a platform there that they should be able to have some team work on that specifically. But no split screen for you. You don't get that even though we promised it. It is incredibly frustrating as a Halo fan to continue to see Microsoft and 343 drop the ball in this franchise time and time again. It is so painful. And I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's keep going. Match XP Beta. Yeah, so Match XP hasn't been a thing this entire time. The only way you were leveling up was through the Battle Pass. That was That was the progression system. You were leveling by doing challenges. That's not fun. First-person shooters have had XP systems for a very long time, and it has been proved that that is the best way to go. I mean, Halo had an XP level system since Reach? I know they kind of had it in Halo 3. It was kind of a weird ranking system back then, but Halo Reach at least had a XP system, and you leveled up, and it was wonderful. It was great. Call of Duty's had an XP level system since Call of Duty 4 back on the 360. Why did it take this long to have match XP? I don't get it. It's just another system that should have been in the game already. Forge should have been in the game already. Co-op should have been in the game already. Mission replay should have been in the game already. So if we look at the winter update, what are we actually getting that is new that wasn't something that should have been there already? 2 maps, I guess. And even then, you could argue that those should have been there already since it didn't really launch with that many maps. So with that being said, there's basically nothing really to be excited about when it comes to the winter update. Maybe match XP will make the game addicting. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but progression systems really do suck me into the game. I mean, when you're playing Call of Duty back in the day, you just get all these unlocks and all these crazy things triggering in your brain. You're getting all this XP and levels up and new guns and this and that and the other thing. We're going to have to see what they do with that XP system to make it engaging. Because if you're just leveling up and getting nothing, what's the point? But if you're getting too much, then what's the point of the Battle Pass and why would you buy it? So they're going to have to balance that sort of thing. And so far, them balancing things hasn't been very good. And my faith in them is very, very low. So let's continue. Echoes within Season 3. We're going into Season 3, guys! So you get 2 new maps, because they can only make 2 maps. You get the Bandit. Okay, that looks like a DMR. Shroud Screen, which is basically just, what is that, a worse bubble shield? What is that? Alright, well it's cool they're adding new equipment, but that's the one new equipment piece in 8 months. It's pretty cool. And a new 100-tier battle pass that you pay for, so that's not really an addition to the game. That's just something else you can buy. A custom game browser. That was in Halo 1 for the PC. If you guys ever played Halo 1, that was already in there at launch. That's pretty cool. New narrative event, in-game reporting. So now you can finally report people for being shitty. They haven't had that in the game this whole time. I guess I just kind of assumed that they did. I haven't really needed to report anybody, but that seems like something that should have been in the game at launch. Forge beta updates, more quality of life improvements. They're just padding the list every single time they put quality of life improvements. No shit that you're going to be making the game better and fixing bugs. You don't need to put that on these. That's not content. That's just you fixing the game. You shouldn't have to announce that you're fixing the game. Another event, you get some new modes. That's it. This is all of the content for 8 months. Not great. I struggle to put into words how disappointed I am with Halo Infinite and with Microsoft's handling of the Halo franchise and 343. I'll be doing a video about how they have just completely botched it in general. I'm probably going to do a whole video maybe just discussing how Microsoft has ruined multiple different franchises after they have taken control of them. I mean, look at the track record here. We've got Halo, murdered. Gears of War, pretty damn close to being murdered. Rare, just all of their franchises, just all of them dead. Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day. I mean, they just took all of the franchises and IPs they had and just threw them in the dumpster or just outright ruined them. I mean, what the fuck, Microsoft? I don't understand what you guys are thinking when it comes to handling these franchises. These things that have made you money. These things that could make you even more money. And what do? All you do is focus on the short-term goal. Oh, we need to launch this game. We need to launch this game right now. People are getting so upset. People are getting impatient. Well, the game isn't ready. Don't launch it if the game isn't ready. This game is not ready. And now, because this game isn't ready, look at how low the player count is on Steam. This is ridiculous. This constant drop of players, then slight little uptick whenever an update comes out, and then plummeting back down into the ground, under the ground, because it's disappointing. Because every single time they come out with this little update package, it doesn't show you, ooh, these are things to be excited for. It's like, ooh, this is just a list of shit that should have been in the game already. Congratulations, now it's finally getting in there. I guarantee this is going to be like the Master Chief Collection, where it's just a complete big pile of shit that nobody wants to play until like 3 or 4 years after launch. Like, you could argue at least it's playable, whereas Master Chief Collection wasn't even playable, but Master Chief Collection was just a collection of old Halo games that were already made, that were just having to be packaged into a thing, and people could play online together. And they couldn't even do that! So, I don't know why we were hyped for Halo Infinite when they couldn't even repackage old games. We're just suckers, we're idiots, we just want Halo to be good again. We just want Halo to be this exciting thing that we jump online with all of our friends, that everybody's playing, we get in the custom matches, they're just a blast, and there's just infinite replayability and just a massive amount of creativity that is put into those different file share things that they used to have. You remember that? You could take different screenshots, you could use the theater, you could share your favorite screenshots, your favorite game modes, your favorite maps. It was this game that was just the ultimate first-person shooter. There was just so much to do. There's so much fun, so much potential, and they've just continually dropped the ball with Infinite. I mean, the fact that they didn't launch Forge when the game came out was a massive misstep, because Forge essentially provides infinite content without them having to do anything. It's just the players that are doing it. They're not even launching custom games until Season 3 in March of 2023, which again is another thing that allows you to have more time to develop more maps, to develop new weapons, to develop new equipment, all these different things where people aren't constantly hounding you because they're just inundated with their own content that other people have created and that they've created, and they're going through the custom games and they're doing Forge and they're doing all these different things that they're distracting us. They're keeping us placated. We're not thinking about updates because we have all of this fun stuff to play with. We have a massive toy box to create our own fun. But instead, they just took too long. So now we've just seen this slow drip feed of content that is just not enough to keep people sustained and playing this game. So we've seen the player count drop month after month, and you can argue it's Steam only, but I guarantee that this is reflective of all platforms, not just Steam. I mean, it's a free-to-play game. Steam is a massive platform, so if it's dying on Steam, you bet your ass it's dying on everything else. People will always comment on these videos, oh, you must hate Halo, you keep talking bad about it. I love Halo, which is why I'm so critical on it, because it deserves better. It's an IP that just kept getting better, and then as soon as Microsoft took the reins, they dropped the ball. And it's so sad to see. So I'm hoping that Halo Infinite at some point in the future is going to be this phenomenal game. And maybe I'm biting my tongue, eating my shoe, foot in mouth, whatever thing you want to say in the future. Maybe I am just a complete idiot. And I really hope I am in the future. People look back to this video and go, look at that dumbass. He thought this game wasn't going to be amazing. Look at it now. I want that to happen. I want to look like an idiot. But I have a feeling that that's not going to happen for a very long time. And I'm calling it right now. This game is not going to be complete for another year or so. I feel comfortable in saying that this game won't be complete or feel like a great game with a massive community until another 2 years. And honestly, even then, by that point, it might be too late, just because of how we've seen the community just shrink. Like, it's just shriveling up, it's going away. I haven't seen like any positive news when it comes to Halo Infinite. It's just people talking about how disappointed they are with how it's been handled and how we're just tired of being lied to. It's a sad state of affairs. Every first-person shooter franchise that was once great is now shit. And, yeah, I mean, Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, and the Battlefield at the time, I think it was Bad Company 2, or maybe it was Battlefield 3. It was just like the golden era of first-person shooters, and now we're just in nothing. Like, it's the nothing era of first-person shooters when it comes to new games. The newest Battlefield's terrible. The newest Halo is terrible. The newest Call of Duty's terrible. It's sad. It's just sad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, how you feel about Halo Infinite right now, if you feel like it can redeem itself in the future, or if you think it's just kind of dead in the water. because of these just drip feed updates. Of course, do please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'll be making more videos about Halo in the future, as well as the rest of the franchises that Microsoft has just plummeted into the ground, as well as the Console Wars series coming out soon. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, have a fantastic day. See you, everybody.